what she's talking about is what you see here in this slide. Basically, brand was basically your personal branding, your personal value that you have in a one-to-one relationship inside the village. Who you are decides your brand and whether you'll be trusted, yes or no. Then in the industrial age, the brand became something like a one thing that captures everything. That the brand became the goal, and it basically assumed trust. So the brand made in Japan, for example, it meant something. It's something that made in Japan gave people automatically trust. Now the future of branding is basically communicate. The brand will be not something as an individual identity, but through the brand we can communicate between producer and consumer.
So
Yeah,
wait a minute.
first of all-
Produce and consume. What's the difference that?
So basically here, the producer creates the brand image, and that image is being communicated to the consumer. So the consumer only sees the brand, doesn't see the producer. Basically, this is the brand says it all. But in the future, if you say, for example, this let's say this is Nike, right? So basically, we see that this is Nike. That's it. So we know Nike stands for a brand that supports the athlete, that it has fashionable sportswear. We know Nike from the athletes that use it. That's what we know about Nike, but that doesn't really mean that we know anything about the products themselves, where they come from, how they were produced, the circumstances of under which these goods were produced. I mean, they had scandals in the past about using child labor, producing, for example, soccer balls and other clothing. So basically, what we see is only the brand, but what in the future, what Provenance is trying to do is to maintain that brand, but that brand basically connects the user directly to the producer. Not to the brand only, but also to the producer. If you want to create a brand, then still you need to create an image, of course. But consumers want to know more. They want to know, where does this product come from? Is it what you're saying, what you're claiming, that this has been produced not using any pesticide? Is that actually true? Is it true that no child labor was used? Is it true that fair wages were paid? That's what people value. So if you want to create...
It doesn't relate into product?
It relates to
What
product.
the brand? This side, I don't understand well. What this mean? This I understand well, okay? This is product.
Yeah, basically, you create an image.
Oh.
That image you sell. Right? So people, when they buy Nike, they see an image, but they don't know anything what happened, where the product came from. They just trust that image. Later on, they figure out.
In future, no producer, just image.
No, this is what we have now. This is where we are now.
No, in future, just only image.
No,
producer.
not only image, but so this is only image. This will be image plus transparency.
What means transparency?
Transparency means that we can see where the products come from, where they were made, why this is a premium product, that it was actually produced by Gucci, that was actually produced by Louis Vuitton, that it went so it's
yeah, you're talking about blockchain.
Right, blockchain transparency. Sorry, maybe I didn't explain this, but she is the CEO of Provenance. That was the website that I just showed.
But this is talking about blockchain.
This is talking about blockchain, yes.
Huh?
This is talking about blockchain.
So blockchain can recognize brand.
They basically, what blockchain does, it supports your brand image.
or
If you,
support brand
yes,
image.
so if you make claims about this product has been produced not using child labor, environmentally friendly, paying fair wages, with the highest quality of goods, then I want to see that. I want if I buy a broccoli at twice the price because it has been produced in an environmentally friendly way, then I want to see that, not somebody just buying broccolis from supermarket A, putting them in supermarket B, and says, well, this has been produced environmentally friendly. I need to trust that brand, but I don't. I want to see it. I want to see where these products come from, and that actually what the brand promises is actually being delivered upon.
Okay.
What we
What
see.
is this?
So basically, what we see, this is a customer interface. Basically, what this graph shows is what we saw just now, where we saw the network with the central bank as a central node in the middle. So there's a central party that maintains all the information, where the central ledger is kept. So those are the trusted institutes that where quality is being recorded and can be shared and can be called upon by other players in the network. So if you are a certifying body, then basically somebody will have, I don't know, a shipment of product A. Certified body puts that into their database, and if other member of that same business network wants to verify that the data, they need to go to the central party and actually retrieve that information about that shipment, right? So the way that this is going to work right now is that there is no central entity anymore. If that is going to happen, that's going into the blockchain, it will immediately become available to every player in that network.
What is the red one?
That's the consumer interface. That's important. I will show you later what that means.
Okay.
We can
That makes
dip in
it
and out
visible,
and find-
basically, because we have this ledger. What I just showed you, the website with the transaction, with the contents of a block, that needs to become customer friendly, so that they don't see like the blockchain, but they can basically see, okay, this product has been here, and they can zoom in on every step of the way. Without having the central institute, but more or less maybe let's. I mean, while we're talking, I just got a thought. Let me jump one step ahead. This is what we're talking about. So basically, when we're looking at blockchain, so we have here the blockchain layer. The blockchain layer is basically like your bottom layer in the OSN model. OSI, what was it? This is your base layer. So the blockchain support is the technology which basically makes it possible to decentralize information flow and to maintain integrity of the data and the transactions that are in that blockchain, right? But it needs to go a few steps up in order to make it transparent and visible and easily accessible by consumers, for example. So that is what this company Provenance is providing. So they're putting a few layers on top of the blockchain, which makes it possible for people to go into a shop and to basically open up the possibility to scan a QR code, and through that immediately can trace back, okay, this shirt, where did it come from? If you basically just look at the contents of a block, it's interesting, but it doesn't show you the supply chain transparency. You still need to have a few layers on top of that. Well, the company like Provenance is actually building those layers on top of the existing blockchain technology. And as you can see, there are more blockchain layers. There are more blockchain providers like Ethereum, Hyperledger, IOTA, NEO. Those are all different blockchains. There's not one single chain in the world, there are multiple chains coexisting next to each other. All right. I think this is zooming a bit. No, maybe we should make it a little bit lower. I think that this is zooming a little bit. I don't know. For some reason, it's. Or maybe Takahashi-san, is your microphone open?
Yes, now open.
Ah, but it was closed. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I hear a little bit of a zoom. I think maybe the microphone and the speakers are having some interference, but it's not from you. No, it's probably the problem is here.
Why?
Was problem.
Why noise here?
I think maybe the microphone and it's too close.
No. It's different reason. Before this noise, but really?はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました、留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる専門性を持つ英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵を、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えております。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対してもいろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。